the biggest learning is that people will remember you for years. It's important that you enjoy the process. I have a lot of fun recording videos and also have received very good feedback and also performance on that, so that's why I still use it.
Thanks for joining. Jan Benedikt Mundorf. You are as German as me, but you landed in Sweden. I landed in France in the meantime. But yeah, you're account executive at Pleo. For everyone who doesn't know Pleo, check them out. It's a great fintech, I think one of the most growing in Europe. And you participated in the ebook, and we have a few fire questions for you on video selling. So the first question is, what's video selling?
Yeah, first of all, David, thank you so much for inviting me over. Good question. What is video selling? It's basically using the form of video to either attract new customers, drive down your funnel, like drive prospects through the buying journey, help them understand your product, or in the third place, then also help them move over to the next stage. For example, if you close them and can successfully move them over towards the customer success manager. It's pretty simple. You basically have a tool, several different tools you can use to record a video, and then have a structure that you can use to convey the value to the customer and then send it over. I personally used it most of the times when I was an SDR. I started using it quite early in Germany when it wasn't that known. Had a lot of success. I doubled all my sequences that had video included once I used it. So I saw good success there. And now I work as an account executive. I still do a lot of prospecting. There I book all my meetings through video or calls. Usually it's a combination of both. And now as an AE, when you drive the deals, when you close them, I use it a lot for use cases that they have, for objections that they might handle.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's a combination. I've talked also with Tom Slocum and Eddie recently.
Yeah, good guys.
Who are stronger on the cold calling side, Eddie on the social selling side, and he said as well, I include a video in my cascade because it builds further trust, and I think when you mix all of them, it's one of the things without having a call that can build most of the trust, because you not only have a picture, you only also can see you as a person, and that's what it's all about, selling a relationship and trust building. Good. Second question. You've recorded over 5,000 videos for your outbound prospects. So what was that like? Do you feel like, I don't know, I remember I had a lot of calls back then for fundraising, and I always kind of repeated myself, but if you have 5,000 videos, how does that feel?
Yeah, I just, at the beginning it's hard, right? Every single thing you learn, whether it's going to the gym, doing a new exercise, even you are gymming for your entire life, changing a small step in your process that you already know is difficult in the beginning, right? I remember recording my first video vividly, and we had to build a case to our head of sales development that video would be as successful or more successful than only calling. So we had to record 10 videos within an hour and compare that then to 10 calls and see where you got more answers, so that we could actually introduce it in the team. And remember, it was taking an hour for me to record 2 videos. And I was like, I could have called 20 people in the meantime. I could have had 10 conversations. So it was really difficult, right? But once I got into it, I understood like the structure of it. Like I started to repeat or find a good measurement on a talk track that I could use that made it really repeatable, right? And once I got into it, let's say after 20, 30 videos, it really became easy for me to be really productive with that. I only rewatched a video once I made a big mistake that I would call you Daniel now instead of David, for example. And then I got going, right? And the beautiful thing is with videos that you can also reuse or repurpose the content by just changing or snippeting it in the right way, that you already have a pre-recorded video that you can then scale and use for different prospects once they're further down the pipe. So how does it feel? It's just another way of building trust and relationship with your clients. And I really enjoy it. I have a lot of fun recording videos and also have received very good feedback and also performance on that. So that's why I still use it and gladly enjoy it.
And what's the most important learning you took from this experience? Also, especially from the experience, as you said, you needed to showcase that videos can perform better as equal as cold calling.
Yeah, I think the biggest learning is that people will remember you for years. Right, I still have prospects from back in the day, three years ago, that I sent videos to that reach out to me now and say like, hey Jan, how are you doing? Right, and they are so familiar with me because they have received a video with me, so they have really good relationship with me and also remember me and reach out to me, hey, can you teach, for example, our sales team how to use it? I had a lot of calls where they just wanted to book a meeting with me to understand what this video thing was. But tips I can say is really that you should try to have a talk track in the beginning, not like a script, because then it becomes like more mechanic, but have a raw structure that you can use. Second, you should always try to focus your videos below 60 seconds. Otherwise, it's really hard to make them click upon it or actually have the attention span. You should always focus on one problem only that you solve. I know all of the tools solve thousands of use cases, right, in our sales side, right? But we have to focus on one thing that we solve. I would only rewatch a video if you have made a great grand mistake. Otherwise, just send it out. Rewatching it will just make you feel awkward hearing your own voice and make yourself insecure. Don't do it. You have to have a good lighting and be positive and mindful. Like when you don't smile in a video or don't have a attractive or positive looking picture thumbnail, then it's hard to click upon it. No one really likes to interact with grumpy people. And then make sure to have a thumbnail that works, attracts interest, because we need to have the prospect click on it. Really good thing is to focus on the profile picture of you, for example. Scroll in on that or scroll over your profile and have a sentence that's intriguing, right? Like scrolling over your profile, David ... for example, is an interesting one you can use. So there are a lot of things, but in the end, it's really to make it short, make it concise, and don't overthink it. In the end.
Super valuable. And I think video is the hardest form because you said kind of appear positive. And, the sales job is often you get a lot of rejection. So in an email, you can hide the best, and a cold calling you can hide as well. But you hear when people normally smiling on the other side. But on the video, you showcase everything of you. So if you then get rejections during your sales work a day, and then need to still perform that video, I think that's the hardest form you can do. But obviously for you, I know you have also a big community on LinkedIn, and you said still your very early customers, viewers reach out to you. I think that helped you building this community too, right?
Yeah, exactly. For example, I send a video that I've recorded once to every LinkedIn connection that I get. It's pretty simple. Hey, David, or hey, just keep it general. Like, hey, really nice to see you. I just wanted to put a face on my account. Would love to connect with you. That's it, right? I recorded it once, and you can reuse it, send it out to every new LinkedIn connection that you have. And it just helps you stand out and put a bit of personal experience on your profile.
Could you give another example, like of a video you would record?
What usually is really interesting is to either go on you maybe start with the LinkedIn profile, right? Or the company page and use this as something that they already know about them, right? So you have to speak about the customer's perspective and the customer's problems that they try to solve, whether it's strategic, operational, or even day-to-day, right? And that's something that I really used a lot of times, where I was first using the LinkedIn profile, scrolling over that. Then I had the second switch over their website, for example. When I was selling a marketing tool, you also could show, reveal different tools that are already used and say, listen, I see that you already use this. However, you're not converting your funnel in the right way. You're not making the most of your LinkedIn connections and that sort of thing. and then draw it together really simple. I personally always had a funny CTA. We had a competition on creating the best video, and a colleague of mine, Austria, she used a lighter, right, to have a little bit as a gimmick in the end. And her saying would be, if you want to enlight the fire in your funnel, then the lighter would go on and blow people away, blow it out. I would love to chat to you. And this is really something that I was getting a lot of. I took over the thing because I thought it was genius, and I kept it as a gimmick in the end to really stand out. Because in the end, the prospects get the same messages all over again. But if you can make it a bit like funny, intriguing, and interesting also for yourself, that's important, that you enjoy the process. You can see great results.
Super cool. Yeah. Thanks a lot for taking the time, for participating in the ebook. I think you will find more tips around video selling in there. And thanks for being here, and wishing you the rest of a good day.
Thank you, David. Lovely speaking to you.
Yes.